Now, to me, Cyberpunk 2077 has always been about exploration and finding hidden mysteries. But sometimes, as a player, we can explore a little bit too far and see things that the developers never intended us to see. Join me today as we explore all the things you were never meant to see. And if you would like to see more content like this, please do leave a like and consider subscribing, as that really helps out the channel. Now, this first one is actually quite a very small and insignificant one, but I wanted to include it because I thought it was kind of cool and interesting. So if we leave Night City here via the oil field side, and as soon as we go through the out of bounds area where it tries to turn us back, but unfortunately we have no clip, so it cannot do that to us. So if we just follow this road down to this little shack here on the left, something has always been rather interesting about this to me. You see, located just inside this shack is a dead body. Now, unfortunately, you can't scan him or anything like that, which leads me to believe it was once inside the playable area. But now, this chap is completely out of bounds of the game, and unfortunately, we'll never know the mystery of why he's laying dead out here all by himself. Okay, so the next interesting thing that we can find just outside of bounds is this little island here. I believe this was left over from the development cycle, because what it actually looks like is some sort of texture island, like where the developers have been using different textures here to try and see which works best on certain terrains. Either that, or it's just an easy reference point for the editor where they can sort of use like a pipette tool and then copy the texture. But either way, yeah, it's just out here in the middle of the ocean for absolutely no reason. Next on our list is the other side of this canyon. Now, I'm pretty sure at some point we've all tried to jump this canyon with absolutely no success. So have you ever wondered what's on the other side? Let's go take a look, shall we? So with the power of no clipping here, we can actually just go straight over to the other side and actually have a look what they've hidden away from us up here along the winding path. Where does it lead? What mystery awaits us, ladies and gentlemen, as we go around the corner? I'm actually kind of surprised that it goes on for this long. Okay, well, it looks like a boulder crash has got in the way here, and if we go through it, the road just simply ends. Oh, well, that was a very anticlimactic mystery, wasn't it? So if you've ever wondered what's on the opposite side of the canyon, the answer is absolutely nothing. Next on our list of things that are out of bounds is actually the Zen Garden monk area. Now, when we do the Zen Master Monk meditation quest, we are transported to a different area of luscious forests and greenery. And ladies and gentlemen, the area is right here below us. This is one of the things that I really like about CD Projekt Red. So the areas don't actually render in properly when they're not in use, which makes finding these things extremely difficult. A lot of their secrets remain hidden until you achieve these activation statuses. But however, yes, this is actually the Zen Garden, where we go to meditate with our monk friend. Located just outside the bounds here, you can see it's got some really strange pop in here around this particular area, which makes it very difficult to find these secrets. It's one thing that I've always loved about this developer. Now, our next out of bounds area is actually from a quest that I can't actually remember the name of now off the top of my head, but you play as a school kid getting bullied in the school. Now, this is actually the school here itself, and it's kind of interesting because it is completely rendered in here, and it has some really creepy and eerie vibes. So let's go inside and go explore a little bit, and yeah, just prepare to be freaked out. Yeah, I think this place can just go ahead and stay out of bounds. Thank you very much. That place is terrifying. Now, this out of bounds area, I think, is actually from one of the game's final endings, so spoilers ahead just in case you haven't seen this already. But this, to me, seems like the garden from where you end up on the spaceship, or possibly for the medical institution here. As you can see, we've got this rather interesting looking area. If we hit the no clip here, we can go in, and this is the exact room that V wakes up in. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is where we end up. Because look outside. It's a really nice view, but now we know where it is and outside of bounds. It just changed things very slightly, knowing that we're not actually in some horrific medical facility. We're just on a small little blocky island. Now, you can actually explore this area just a little bit. Not too much, because obviously they haven't rendered everything in, because nothing is actually behind this either. So it's just this one small area. But I'm pretty convinced that this was from one of the endings of the game. Now, this next out of bounds one, I have absolutely no explanation for whatsoever. I could not tell you what is going on here. It's always made me feel a little bit strange, this one has. So this is actually a solid floor. And yeah, there's something going on here. I've no idea what. There's these low polygon models, and they actually remind me of the guy who has a grenade for a nose, or maybe Brick or something like that. But yeah, it definitely looks like one of the Maelstrom guys here. But yeah, there's just a few of them copied and pasted throughout the area, and just really oddly, there's a bunch of trees down there as well. I've no idea what this area is. There's nothing to scan here. These are actually explorable as well inside here, so it's all actually rendered in, and I've always found it, I don't know, just really creepy and eerie that this entire place is under here. No reason whatsoever. I mean, look, you can just go in all of these, and it's just, yeah, it leads nowhere. It serves no purpose. I can't remember any scenes that are like this in the game where we would transport to this area. So yeah, why this one's here has always been a bit of a mystery to me. I think some developers plopped down the assets and then maybe forgot to delete them. But as you can see, Night City is very far away, so I don't think it ultimately mattered. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is our final out-of-bounds interesting area for the day. Now, many of you might recognize this location as the mainframe area for the Cyberpunk mystery, and you would be 100% correct. However, there's something very interesting about this area in particular. So to complete the mystery, you have to complete this Arasaka Tower 3D game here, and able to unlock the secret vehicle. Have you ever wondered where these levels actually are? Because as we've seen from the Zen Master Monk here, these places actually spawn in. So if we just take a quick look here below the church at the moment, we can see that there's basically nothing here whatsoever. But if we were to go and play the Arasaka Tower 3D game here, we can actually do something really interesting. We can actually still hit the no clip button while inside the game, and now we can go outside of the intended area, and you'll notice that the church is actually above us here. Now, we've got all the weird 3D graphics here of Arasaka Tower, and we can go exploring Night City. I've always thought this is absolutely amazing, but yeah, look, you can actually see now that the entire levels here for the Arasaka Tower 3D game are rendered below the church over here. Now, I always thought this was really interesting because, again, this is how CDPR actually hide all their secrets in the game. We clearly saw that none of this was here before, but as soon as we activated something, it all spawned in, which means even floating around, exploiting the game as we are here, means we will never find all of the secrets in this game. But let's just go a bit of a fly around here. Now, it's really hard because there's such a low render distance to actually remember my way back out here. So if we go down the road here, I think there should be a road over here somewhere that we could follow, possibly. There it is. So if we follow this road, hopefully this is the correct road. But yeah, I just love how it's all in this weird low graphics here. It's always, I thought this should be like an actual Easter egg within the game. Like, why didn't they let us have an option where we could explore Night City where it's just rendered in PS1 graphics? Because this looks awesome to me. But I've always thought that this was one of the coolest out-of-bound things that you can do in the game, ladies and gentlemen. So I do hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please do leave a comment, a like, and a subscribe. Let me know if there's any more that I've actually missed. I'm sure there's plenty out there that people have found. And as always, until next time, peace.